Okay, all right. We're live.
All right, Easy did it. These boys can too. Coming straight out of Compton, it's your favorite homies, TwoBroSmoke. I'm your boy Timmy Turner. Got my brother Baby Powder on the mic. What's going on, Baby Powder?
Oh, not much, man. Just chilling. Ready to get into this episode.
Episode number one, man. We just had an intro like a week or so ago. Now we're bringing it fresh with episode one. Topic today: legalization. So that's going to be a pretty serious topic. I feel. It's just been a serious thing for me. Keeping up with the legalization movement and everything. So how do you feel about it and everything?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. And if, for anyone wondering, if you see this, that intro is actually over on the Facebook. We started out just on Facebook, but we're going to do the live strictly on YouTube and then repost them over on Facebook. So if you want to catch us live, it'll have to be over here on YouTube.
Yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
But yes, I'm all for the legalization of cannabis. I think it has a lot of great benefits. I think it should definitely be fully decriminalized.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's pretty well spoken that both of us obviously are going to have that kind of opinion on that topic, because we're kind of like the host of a podcast.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
I would hope we're for, marijuana, because if we're not, I mean, it'd kind of be crazy. But yeah, on the whole show thing, yeah, we're getting all the bugs worked out. We're seeing how it's going to flow, where we want to really go live and push things, and what would work best for the community. If anybody has any like shout outs or suggestions on that kind of stuff, let us know. We're kind of new to all this. Like I said, it's episode one, so we're gonna get it all straightened out, everything going good. But yeah, so what you been smoking on today, man?
Oh man, I've been smoking on some man, that runts muffin. You know I've been telling you about, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah, 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 that new cross, man. Yeah, that Runts cross. And that shit. I bet that's some head busting stuff, man.
Oh yeah, dude, this shit's nice.
Yeah, I actually got some RSO carts I made. So I'm kind of vaping down on this little RSO cart. It's pretty nice. It's chill. It's kind of got that creeper effect to it, but it's a real nice long lasting buzz. It's not so in your face, but it lasts. And that's what I like, keep a buzz for a couple hours.
Oh yeah, man.
So,
RSO, that's potent shit.
yeah, I call them the little Rickies.
The raw Ricky.
Yeah, the little raw Rickies, bro. Because it's like unrefined, it's that full spectrum, and also like that, not only are you getting the THC, but you get other things, the full benefit of the plant. So I really like those, because all the carts seem to be kind of going more towards that chemical, kind of side of the world, and I'm like, I don't know about all that, because I ain't gonna lie, I had one of those Delta 8 carts and like it had me just thinking a certain way. Like it wasn't making me trip out or nothing, but just the paranoia I got off of it. And everybody says, oh, Delta 8, you're supposed to have no paranoia. I don't know. Something was wrong with that cart. And it's the damn chemicals they're putting in it, because who knows what they put in it.
Wish there was a way I could. Oh, I gotta sign into this. Oh crap. I'm gonna sign into the chat apparently, but that's alright. I'll figure that out really quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay,
cool. Yeah,
okay,
get into
okay.
the chat, man.
I've got it pulled up now. Okay, nice. So I can
All right,
pop
chat
over and see
live,
it.
chat live. Yeah, and people
Yep.
feel free to comment, chat along, man.
Alright, but I'm sure as you can tell by the title, the description, and also what you're seeing on the screen currently, we are talking about the decriminalization of marijuana in the US.
Yes. Definitely, man. I mean, it's been just crazy the past couple years. I mean, I remember back when it was like every once in a while you would get a news article and it's like, oh, well, another state's doing such and such. But now it's like every day. Like at least I would say at least twice a week. There's a new article coming out that some other state's doing this. Some other states doing that. We got big business backing it. We have, politicians big time backing it now. It's inevitable. That's gonna be like if I did this whole conversation we're about to have up in one word, I'm gonna say inevitable.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. I mean, look right here. You got one from 2 days ago, another one from 2 days ago, 1 week ago, 6 days ago. Like they're just all over the place. Just so frequent nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's already like the war's already won. We're just cleaning up afterwards, just making sure that it's you know what I mean. We're gonna make sure it touches from 1 inch over here all the way across the whole U.S. to over here. The war is already won. It's already legal because you cannot have one state where it's legal and their next door neighbor it be illegal and expect the next door neighbor not to just walk across an imaginary line and buy their pot.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean
for
that
sure.
you would be stupid to think that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to worry about that imaginary line. You know, it's just I don't know, like because where I live, like from my imaginary line, it's only like 30 miles. So I mean, that would be just like going to the next town.
No,
I
yeah,
mean, that
yeah,
would
yeah.
be yeah. So I mean, it's over. And there, I think that see, I pay attention. I pay attention to all those articles. I'm kind of like I guess like I'm not really a bookworm, but when it comes to those articles, I read it all. I read the fine print. I read it all. Now I'm not going to act like I'm very smart and I actually remember all that I read, but I do actually read all those articles, and I think that I've got some pretty compelling evidence to why I think that it will be legal in the next few months based off of like tips, like things I've seen in these articles that stand out to me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, especially like right here. This is a big talking point I know you wanted to have about the article written by the Military Times. When will marijuana be federally legal, and what would it mean for troops, clearance holders, and stuff like that? I know you were wanting to talk about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah. I called and told you that, and I'm gonna just, this show is gonna bring it to you raw. So I'm not trying to be proper, but this is how I see it, and this is like like some conspiracy theory type crazy shit that I've came up with. And as far as I know, I'm the only one that's came up with this, and it's just a theory, but I think that it really holds some weight, man. Like, okay, the Military Times released that article, and it pretty much it's an introduction to marijuana released by the Military Times for the military, for the troops to read. And it pretty much tells, like, whenever they legalize pot, this is how we're going to treat it, and this is what we're going to do, and this is what it's going to be, for you. And it pretty much describes that it's going to be a lot similar to alcohol. Like I said, I don't remember every detail, but they're pretty much going to treat it about like alcohol, where soldiers can smoke. The army, the navy, the military, they can use marijuana legally, but I'm sure they'll have rules, stuff like, can't smoke it on the base, can't smoke it while you're at war or whatever, different rules, but they're going to allow it. And it actually is kind of prepping them. Like it's prepping the soldiers to let them know this is how we're going to do things. And I don't know if a lot of people know anything about the military, but the military will not prep you for a mission or prep you for anything until they're ready to strike. They will not tell you what's going on until right then when you need to know it. And that's just the way the military is. They're real strict about that. They're very time sensitive people. And I just don't think that the Military Times is going to be releasing an article like that if they were not prepping you for something that is about to happen. And when I say about to happen, I mean the next 6 months, maybe a year. I'm calling 6 months though. So think of that. How deep is that?
I'm
You
just
know what I mean?
slowly scrolling through this article now, so if anyone wants to read a little about it.
Oh, they can just Google it. I mean, it's right there. You know what I mean? But I mean, you got to look bigger. I mean, the article's worth reading, but think about the overall picture there. Why would the military release an article like that if it wasn't about to happen?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And I want to say shout outs to Carmen. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to this while I crochet. Awesome, Carmen. Keep crocheting.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I actually have some of her crochet work. I have two of the little Pac-Man ghosts. I have the Pinky and I think Clyde's the red one. Yeah, I have Pinky and Clyde. I think. Call me out if the red one's not Clyde, but I think his name's Clyde.
Yeah, something like that. I believe so. I know I
Yeah, it
have.
might be the
I still
orange
have
juice
that hat
pod.
she makes me. It's in the closet, I believe. I have to bust it out in winter. Can't really wear it right now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, big shout outs to our number one fan, Carmen, But yeah, let's do some shout outs real quick. Okay, this is like some mid show shout outs because I got some people I want to holler at this big fans of the show gonna start tuning in and stuff like that. What do you think?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We can do that for sure.
Shout out time. All right, man. Let me think, man. I got a few people that been wanting me to shout them out. So, all right, I'll start out with my homies that are the breeders. I'm gonna start out with them. I want to start off with my number one dude, Gardens by Gilf. That's my bro. Big shout outs. What up, Gilf? We keeping the team rocking. You know what I'm saying? Gotta really support Gilf. Want to give a big shout out to my boy Brett Anderson over at Heart and Soul. I've been really linking up with him. We've exchanged a couple packages, little love packages, trades. You know what I'm saying? Trying to test out some of his genetics and different things. So big shout outs to Brett. Looking forward to working with him on some clone stuff in the future maybe. You never know. I'm just linking, just making friends, and big shout outs to him. Let me think. Gobsmack Genetics. I want to give a shout out to Gobsmack Genetics because your boy got smacked last week. If you don't know what that means, you don't know. But look up Gobsmack Genetics and you'll get it. You know what I mean? Big shout out to them. Definitely hooked your boy up. Big shout out to my boys over at Canna Camp. I want to give a shout out to those dudes. I've been on a lot of their lives talking to them, man. I believe it's Mitch. He likes to get on the live. He'll be doing stuff with the plants, middle of the night, and it's kind of cool to talk with him, see what he's been up to, stuff like that. So, been cool chatting with him. Think of who else. Oh, last but not least on my homies, I want to shout out R&J Snake Genetics. They have they gave your boy a little hookup last week on some little Bunyan's axe. So if you don't know that, you need to look that up. The color is second to none. And been just really checking their stuff out. They're like that new on my radar. So everything I've seen's been fire. I won a little giveaway and just been really vibing with them. So big shout outs to them. Yogi Bear, my boy. Been chatting with him. He always keeps it real. I was talking with him earlier, bro, and it just that motherfucker. He's raw. That dude's raw, keeping it real, and I support that. So you got any shout outs, man?
I mean, not really, man. Shout outs
Yeah, you
Carmen
do. Yeah,
again.
you do.
She
Nah,
says
nah.
she's gonna crochet me a joint. Hell yeah.
Oh, I've actually seen one of those, a crocheted big joint thing. Yeah.
But what? Who you thinking I should shout out?
Your boy that's a little bit up north. You know who I'm
Oh
talking about.
man, shout out to my boy Native. Let me tell you something.
Big shout outs, bro.
Shit.
Bro up there in BC, he rocking it hard. You know what I'm saying?
No
Like
man, he's
reservation
not in
shit.
BC. He's from Kingston, Ontario, man.
It's all BC to me because I've never made it across the border.
It's all BC to me. Spoken like a true
Well, that's what they
American.
call the bud. That's what they call the bud. So I'm just going with that.
Damn man.
But yeah, big shout outs to Native, man. I'm looking forward to talking with him. He's been showing the progress on some little things he's been working on. So
Yeah,
looking forward to linking up with him.
I'll get some permission from him. I'm sure you wouldn't mind, but I'll ask him anyways later, and we'll show some pictures of his plan eventually.
Oh yeah, yeah. Any of our people, if they have cool pictures of stuff,
Yeah,
send it in
submit
to
it.
us,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
We're gonna
send
put
us
it
some
on the
shit.
show. Yeah, for sure, man. I want to put everybody's shit on the show. Like that's what the show is for, man. Like it's all of our voices.
Yeah, so head over to our Facebook. I don't have the link down there right now. After this, I'll add it in the description. I should have linked it, but I didn't think about it. But I will link that once this video is posted. You will be able to go over there and post anything, like pot related. Show us some pictures. Let's see your plant.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Anything, even like with the crochet stuff. You make some crochet stuff, show that shit. Anything. You make
Yeah,
a brownie, I want to see it.
yeah, cannabis
And you got to
related.
send me
Let's
a
do it.
sample. And you got to send me samples.
Jesus. Yeah, but can you guys tell who's heavier in the THC game right now, the marijuana game? I have one shout out.
What? Well, see, it's been
My
welling
man, my
up because I've
man,
been telling people.
my
See,
man
this is the
over
first
here hitting the
episode.
ad reel.
Well, we'll get this
My
though.
man
Get
had
this
a
though. This
whole video game credit sequence of names he was listing off.
Well, I've had all these homies that I've been wanting to shout out, and homies that I want to get involved with the show, and I've been wanting to tell them. But see, it's been like we've been getting the show ready. So like, if we'd have been doing the show every week, I'd have done shouted one or two out at a time. But I've done built them up, and this being the first episode, I'm shout out bombing it
Oh yeah, man.
straight up. I gotta show the love, show the
Well,
love, man.
let's get back on this topic real quick. I've got that map pulled up. Any states you want to talk about right now?
New England.
New
Fucking New
England.
England is killing it. Have
Bro,
you heard
where
about
where is New England? I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know where that is. It's like
the New England is a group of states. It's up there at the very top corner to the right,
yeah. Okay, so yeah,
like
I was in the right area, but okay, yeah.
above New York and all that. Like right there,
Yeah.
that area, that
Okay.
whole area is New England, like the New England Patriots and shit. Because the states are so small, they kind of group them all together because they're
Okay,
really tiny
got you. Yeah,
states.
yeah, yeah, like Maine and all that. Okay, I got you. I
Yes,
got you.
yes. Yeah, that's kind of up there, like where my boy Gil's from and everything. So, but him aside, like they're killing it. Like they just legalized in like two or three different little states up there, and just like they've really bonded together. Like that's the number one thing I see about their community. Like all the states are working together. You'll have people in one state working with their next door neighbor, with the next door neighbor. They just added New York onto the list the other day. Like that's huge. New York, weed's legal in New York City, state. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hell
that's
yeah, bro.
huge. Because you know how big New York does everything else. I mean, look at New York's a fashion capital. Look at Times Square. How big is that? You're about to have pot smokers in Times Square. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm
I
just
mean, they
saying,
were
like,
already there.
they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it big. Like they're gonna do it so big. And you have all these people. Like I know, like I see a bunch of people that do like the shows, and they're having big shows up there. And you'll have like people from 4 states going all over to this other state. You know what I mean? They're all doing like a big show. They just got done doing one. What was it called? It was this past weekend. It was about breeders. It was like a breeder convention.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
can't think of it. But it was
Oh
huge, and they
shit.
just did that, and it's just like, wow, like I really see a lot of boom out there. But I mean, then again, CanaCon just happened this week too, and that was huge in the industry. I mean, that's like probably the biggest convention of the year. I ain't gonna say the biggest. That's a big one. So that one was booming. I know my boy Masonic Smoker. Well, ain't my boy, but I see him. Masonic Smoker was up there, and I seen him doing it big. He was posting heavy about it, and I love that stuff, man. Just wish I could have been there. The industry's booming. But yeah, New England. That's the jumpingest newfound area that's jumping the hardest right now, as far as what I'm seeing. Because like I think the West Coast is tapering off. I think they're gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're kind of the cannabis kings over there on
Yeah,
the
but they
West
also
Coast.
have, like Idaho and Wyoming fully illegal still.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Like when you look at the map, it just kind of divides it right there. It's like,
And then
especially like Idaho. Look at the very top, how small Idaho is, and the little illegal spot. So you're telling me if I'm riding down the road, this little 20-mile stretch is going to be illegal, but
hell
the other,
yeah.
on both sides is legal. I mean, that's crazy. That don't even make no sense.
Yeah, man,
But
I don't know.
yeah,
That is strange, yeah.
yeah, and also I'm gonna say Arizona. Arizona's kind of jumping with their scene right now. It's a lot more mellow. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot more mellow. But let me think. Up there in Michigan, which they kind of fall also. I know they're not a New England
And
state
I'm not getting
necessarily, but they
cities, I'm not
fall
gonna lie.
into that area. But yeah, I think Michigan's jumping with theirs, but they've been jumping for a minute now. You know, them in Colorado, they took off a minute ago. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
But
for sure,
yeah,
bro. Illinois.
Illinois, yeah, they've been jumping for a minute.
Oh yeah. One place I still can't believe it's not completely legal is Georgia, bro. Atlanta, like, come on.
Yeah, that's true, and especially because they're so democratic. You know, not picking sides on any kind of political stuff, but they're democratic, and it's just kind of weird, especially like Atlanta, like they're hardcore. You know, like they kind of switch sides on that whole vote thing with the president stuff. You know, this time, you know, usually they're Republican based, but now they're all acting, you know, like they're Democrats. I just figured they would adopt it and really have ran with it by now. You know, I mean,
Oh
because
yeah,
like
for sure.
Atlanta, I've did some extensive traveling. You know what I mean? I've been to a few different places, a few major cities, and I've been to Atlanta, and I've been to like when I'm there, you know, I'm like visiting, and I like to go to like the nightlife stuff, you know, and I've been to like some clubs and some venues and some, you know, big shows and different stuff, and I'm here to tell you they even got like, I ain't gonna say every one, so if you go over there, don't expect to necessarily see it. But I went to some places that was what they labeled marijuana friendly, and it's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing I had ever seen. And this was years ago. This was like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Years ago. But they, you know, usually when you're waiting in the club, you're in a line, you get up there to the little bouncers, whatever dudes, and they frisk you. You know, they pat you down, they see if you got any drugs or whatever. Well, the marijuana friendly places that I went, it would be like they would pat you down, and even if they found your pot, like they would just let you keep your pot. Like it's you're okay to bring marijuana in. You just can't bring like any drugs. But I mean, plenty of people brought drugs in. Don't get me wrong, but you know, they just let the pot, like you could just walk through the line smoking a joint and just go inside, and then once you get in the club, people's just openly smoking it, just
Oh
like I
yeah.
guess at a bar,
It's just a
you know,
giant
drinking.
hot box.
Yeah, and they even have, this is how crazy it is, they even have police that are paid to be there as guards or whatever, you know, and they'll be in their police uniform, but obviously they're working not for the police station, but you know, to be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
security, you know,
That's
and they'll
wild.
do that like, and there will be actual police there watching you smoke blunts. Like I've talked to a cop smoking a blunt, and it's just okay. Like he was cool with it because they're only gonna do something if it's like a violence or life or death or someone getting hurt situation. Smoking a blunt's not hurting nobody, so they
Yeah.
don't even worry about that. Because if they was to try to arrest everybody, they'd have to take the whole club to jail, and there's like 3,000 of us here. Like, what are you really gonna do, bro?
It's true.
I'll just run. It was the one guy in the black shirt. No one knows who he was because there's so many of them there, you know.
Oh yeah, 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 I got you.
But yeah, it's just different, you know. I really did. I really figured Atlanta would have been jumping.
Yeah.
Like
But
I
just
know over in have you ever
they're just
been?
not.
You've been to Georgia, right? You've been to Georgia,
Oh yeah, I've
correct?
I've been in Atlanta.
Have you been over to the little 5 points?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Then you know what I'm talking about. They got a damn store over there called the Pot Shop.
Oh
It's
yeah,
called
yeah, yeah.
the Pot Shop, and it's
Oh
right there in
yeah.
this little art district. And it's so funny because right next door to it, there's the police precinct. Like I mean, and their front doors are in the same doorway. Like you go through this open doorway thing, and you go right or left into a door. You know,
Oh
either
yeah,
way you
man.
go.
It's wild. Atlanta's a trip.
How you gonna have the Pot Shop right next to the police department?
They're are they ever even open though? I don't think I've ever seen them open.
What, the pot shop or the police station?
The pot shop, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went in there one time, and they don't sell pot. They just
Well,
sell
yeah,
everything
obviously.
around pot. Like you can buy They're like an activist thing. Here's their thing. They sell, and I don't know the details, so I'm just going to tell you rough. They sell a bunch of pot merchandise in order to fund their activism,
Oh, fair enough.
is the way they put it. You know, so you can buy your t-shirts, your hats, you know, they even had like fake plants that was like plastic plants, kind of like fake
Oh,
flowers.
that's
You could
funny.
buy fake. Yeah, they had like the necklaces that look like leaves. Now they don't sell things to smoke with, which I thought was weird, but there's so many head shops around there, you know,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
I
think they
mean,
had to worry about
yeah.
that.
So
But they
shout
sold
out to the pot
novelty.
shop, dude.
Mm-hmm. Definitely mad shout outs and to the police precinct for putting up with them.
That's funny. That is funny.
APD, what up? Two Bro Smoke loves you. Nah, that whole area is just jumping though. You know, they have the that's the kind of area. Like I said, it's an art district. They have people playing music, making jewelry. You'll have like Rastas gathered over in one corner doing their music and you know their thing, and that's just a happening spot. It's just a happening spot over there.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Well, I
Yeah, so
guess
I'm kind of with you. I don't know why Georgia hasn't jumped
yeah,
on board. I thought they would.
that's very very strange.
I'll tell you one though. This their next door neighbor that got me. Alabama was the first fucking state in the South to legalize recreational.
Well, they're not recreational.
I've been smoked too much. A medical, my bad, medical. Thank you for calling me on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Medical. They just did their medical thing. Like I said, I read up on the shit, but you know I'm gonna misquote it all. But just the other day they did their medical thing. But I'm gonna tell you like this with their medical thing, it's different than most places medical, in the fact that all you can have is like tincture. That's all you can have. You can't have smokable, and you cannot have vapable
Oh,
marijuana. Only
just
like
ingestible by
tincture,
like yeah. Hmm.
maybe some pills or something.
Weird.
They didn't really specify. They haven't clarified exactly how it's going to be, but it's going to be lame. And also, they said something about they were going to have gummies, but they're only going to have one flavor, a universal one flavor.
What?
Yeah, I read that somewhere. I swear I read that somewhere that they were going to have the edibles like gummies, but only one flavor. And that made no sense to me.
That's
Why
funny.
are you limiting everybody to a certain flavor? I
What
mean,
if you don't
that's,
like the flavor? Like, damn,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if you don't like
you're just
cherry?
fucked. It probably will be cherry too, because they know people don't like this shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It'll be the damn nasty ass medicine cherry flavor.
Luden's cough drop cherry. Oh no, no,
I don't
Luden's
know if I
cough
want
drop's
to
already
vomit
that
or
bad.
not. And they also, the way that you can even get a card or whatever, it goes back to some of the other states, like when they would start their first little medical stuff was going on, like, yeah, we have medical marijuana if you're dying of AIDS and cancer.
Yeah,
Like, that's, you know, like you're gonna have some pretty legitimate excuse. And
yeah, like
also
some
they do
terrible
this
illness.
to do it here. I forget how many times you got to go to the doctor, but you have to go to the doctor, like I think it's like 4 times. And then after you go 4 consecutive times, your doctor can recommend that you get the card or whatever. So you've got to pay for, like, I think it's 2, 3, or 4 doctor's visits, and they have to be stretched out, like, you know, with space in between them. And it'll take you a year and a half, and probably $500 or $600 just to get to the point where you could possibly get a card if you're dying of AIDS and cancer, and then all we're going to give you is one flavor of gummy.
Dude, imagine that. Imagine doing that. Like you get all the way in there, and then it becomes federally decriminalized. That would
That's
be
probably
crazy.
what's going to happen. And then once that happens, Alabama's going to have to bend or they're going to break. Because see, the thing is, when they do the whole federal decriminalization, the way it's going to work is every state's going to have an option to enforce their own law, whether you want it legal there or you don't. It doesn't necessarily make it just legal everywhere, you know. But if you are a state and you choose to say that it's illegal in your state, you still have to allow interstate commerce of it. And what that means is, say Alabama, they want to be, you know, dicks and don't want to allow it. Well, if Georgia and Mississippi did allow it, and they took in like let's say I was in Mississippi and I sold something to Atlanta, Alabama cannot say anything if I drive on their highways full of pot. I could
Just
bring
pull
tractor
through.
trailer loads of pot straight through, and they can't say anything because, see, that's just up to them, and they have to allow interstate commerce. That's part of it. And there's no way that you're going to be some stronghold state with people driving hundreds of thousands of pounds of pot through your state, and you think you can be illegal and you can just not have it. You're stupid. You're stupid, and then you're missing out on all the tax revenue money while everybody else will get all the tax revenue money and everything else. I mean, you would pretty much doom yourself if you wanted to take a stronghold at that point. But I don't think they would, because I think it's 38 states that have legalized it in some shape, form, or fashion. I believe it's like, I think like 18 maybe have it as rec. So I don't see much opposition if they did go ahead and say, okay, decriminalized. I think everybody would jump on board. I really think they would.
Oh yeah, I mean that's. I just don't get it at this point. Just stop fighting it. There's so few places that don't want it even at this point.
Well, back to what I said at the beginning of the episode, my one word to sum everything up: inevitable. Okay, you now have people like Chuck Schumer. He is pretty much putting his neck on the line. Like, he pretty much said that he's going to lay himself down for this cause. And he truly is. Like, he is truly, truly pushing it. You know, like, we have the biggest amount of real people, like influencers. Like, okay, everybody knows the term influencer. Well, I'm talking about real world influencers, not necessarily just a YouTube influencer. I'm not people that have pull in the world.
Oh yeah,
We have a lot more of those people on board. Now, I'm not going to act like all these people are on board for the right reasons. I mean, Amazon backing weed might not be because he just loves marijuana. It might just be a money thing. Who knows? I'm not saying why they're on board, but these people are seriously on board with this stuff, and they're pushing it for good and for bad. I mean, behind the scenes, there's good things happening and there's bad things happening. Trust me. They're going to ruin the industry and they're going to save it all at the same time. This is going to be like heaven meets hell, full eclipse, boom. It's going to be some crazy stuff when it does happen. And we're going to have to let the smoke settle, because you're going to have your greedy people, and that's all they're in there for. They want to see it legalized so that they can make millions and billions of dollars. That's all that they want. They don't even smoke pot. They might even be against it. They just want to make money. And then you got your real people that really want it for the love of it, and for everybody to be happy. You got to let both worlds exist, and you're going to have to let both worlds boom and happen, and just see what it amounts to afterwards. But it's inevitable. We have big business like big tech. Like, they are behind this now, except Zuckerberg, because he's got a stick up his ass. But everyone else seems to be on board with this. And we have people, like Bezos. The dude just went to outer space.
I'm showing the Amazon article currently.
He just went to outer space the other day. You think that dude doesn't have pull? I want to see one of these other clowns go to space. Who's going to space? No one. Jeff Bezos got that kind of money, that kind of pull.
Elon
If he
Musk.
can get himself into outer space, I'm pretty sure he can get pot legal too. Just saying. Speaking of outer space, Elon Musk, he's all for pot. The dude's on Joe Rogan's show just blazing a blunt like a fucking mad chiefer. I've actually made memes out of that one picture of him with the blunt, because he just looks like a fucking G, Have you seen that picture? Or that episode of Joe Rogan?
Oh yeah, bro. I saw the Gardens by Gilf meme you made.
Yeah, that's the meme I'm talking about. Yeah, that I ended up making. Just that's the reason that I like that picture. Is Elon Musk looks like a fucking G. Like, that ain't his first blunt. He ain't coughing. And when I say a blunt, I'm talking about one that's like, I mean, that's like a fucking presidential. That's not a little Swisher Sweet. Like, he's blazing a straight blunt.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, my man. He was having a good old time, and people gave him shit for it too.
I
Who
know.
gives a fuck? The man was enjoying himself. Fuck, let him live.
Hell yeah, he was up there like Chapo, black t-shirt and all, just with that look on his face, like bitch. Oh man, that shit was so good, dude. Dude was just a straight G, you know. So, big shout outs to Elon Musk. Big shout outs to Jeff Bezos if y'all are listening. Fuck
Oh
with us.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure they'll listen.
Episode 1, man. You know Elon Musk is gonna get on here, man. That's like pretty much my number one homie right now.
Jesus.
He's gonna take us to space and broadcast us from SpaceX.
Oh man. Okay, well, I think that's a pretty good stopping point for this episode. You know, we've discussed our topic pretty well. I believe.
Oh yeah, and I've just been sitting over here chiefing down on this RSO, having a good time, dude. Man, this is one of those good time shows. You just come on to shoot the shit, have a good time, you know.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. It was a blast. It's fun.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
boys and girls. Till next time, it's your favorite brothers, TwoBroSmoke. I'm Timmy Turner.
And I'm
That's my
Baby
brother,
Powder.
Baby Powder.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Remember to catch us over on YouTube live if you're watching this on Facebook. We'll be trying to go
Hell
live
yeah.
at least once a week on Sundays. That's our day when we're trying to go live.
Yeah, y'all
No
gotta stay
set
on us.
schedule
Get
for
us
sure,
active.
but we will attempt every Sunday.
Yeah, y'all gotta stay active. Keep us coming back, cause I want to talk to somebody. You know, so
Yep, and
everybody. Yeah.
remember to hit us up on Facebook with your pictures of your crocheting or your plants, anything you want to show off. If you want me to roast your weed, I will. I'll tell you how dry and nasty that shit looks.
But you gotta send samples.
Yeah, but you got to send samples.
I'm the professional sampler over here.
Yeah, he's a real connoisseur, a marijuana enthusiast, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Well,
All
all
right,
right.
man. Let's let them go, man.
All right.